Global happenings today. We communicate. We analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello beautiful people, welcome back to our channel. The Supreme Court verdict have come and gone, but so many persons, so many riverians are pondering, are thinking, are brainstorming on the verdict given. Many political analysts have looked into this matter. Either which way, it's not a very good one. Of course, we're going to dive into the news to find out in the coming days what will definitely look like, as some analysts are beginning to look at the consequences of what the Supreme Court verdict may look like, of course. But before we go into the newspaper, kindly subscribe to our channel. Now, on the surface, the Friday, February 28, 2025 rulings by the Supreme Court simply handed back the reins of power to the FCT Minister, Nyesom Wike, beyond the surface, of course. However, many sharp irons still stick out their fangs. There's a subdued jubilation in the Wike's camp, that's Martin Awumehele faction of the Rivers State House of Assembly, the Tony Okocha faction of the APC, and the faction of the PDP loyal to Wike. There is, however, indignation, or should I call it anger, in the Fubara camp. Now, but for the sake of peace, the first fragile product is peace. The Speaker has ordered all local government areas to vacate office. Knowing the kind of persons that now occupy those positions around the state, it is not clear how simple vacating the offices would be, and who should reoccupy them. There are indications that the Wike boys, that the former local government areas men, former local government area men who were driven away by the Fubara boys through an election that has been nullified, are warming up to move in. In fact, I can say it for free that the former Ikwere local government chairman, that Samuel Wanosike, has allegedly opened up and said that he's going to move in. That he is now the executive chairman of Ikwere local government area. But let's continue with the news anyway. Now, this may create some sort of crisis and violence, requiring the police to decide where to defend. I think most Nigerians have an idea where the police will defend, if they want to even defend. But let's continue. Now, pressure is said to be on Fubara to declare a state of emergency. Of course, he wouldn't want to do that. Many have called for caution, saying it may signal setting fire of oil installations. Now, Fubara had called for calm, asking the people to go about their lawful businesses while awaiting full interpretation of the rulings. It was gathered at noon that some of the boys in the creeks were stirring. The youth had earlier warned that their oil would not go to other regions while they are denied oil revenue. This may be the most tricky aspect. Now, for the funds, the most serious casualty seems to be the financial. The accounts of the state may be frozen any moment from now, but some say the order is only on the Federation account, or that's Federation Allocation, which is the FAAC, that's FAAC account. Now, some suggest that the internally generated revenue, IGR, may still be available to Fubara. No one is sure of that yet. Now, arising from the clampdown of funds, many projects may be stalled. The confidence to keep working and get paid later may dissipate. When workers don't get paid and the programs for the youth get stuck, it may be difficult to explain the matter to the ordinary people. Now, for political control, by what has happened, control of the Rivers State House of Assembly has been handed back to Wike. Nyesom Wike, FCT Minister. The power to impeach a governor seemed firmly in Wike's hands, but the processes that would lead to it may not be as firmly in his hands as it appears. The matter of who appoints caretaker committees in the 23 local government areas may be the next battleground. Whoever controls the RSHA, that's Rivers State House of Assembly, and the local government areas would peak 2027, and Wike does not seem to joke with the game plan. Now, is it going to be impeachment, or is it going to be resignation? Many say the fighting needed to pull through this fight to 2027 may not be with Fubara, going by the way he has been pleading with the hawks in his camp against violence. Many see this as his strength, but some others see also this as his weakness. In the beginning of the crisis, he was said to have offered to quit so Wike would have his way. He was said to have been stalked by both the doves and the hawks in his camp. Many offered to help him fight through. Now, many see Amewele going for the jugular, which is impeachment, while others see Fubara throwing in the towel to reduce damage. The battle has only begun, according to most observers. My colleague is in the house. This is exactly, in summary, the true picture of what we are seeing right now. I may not like what I see, but this is just it. At the beginning, remember that Fubara was ready to throw in the towel, but not for the likes of Edison Ehis, who were like, no, we could still woggle around. And also the likes of Hyowo, who have what it takes. Do you think Fubara will pull through this?
If I must say what is in my mind, I think the options are many for Fubara. So many options. But then there are a lot of fears also, because I think all of this is tilted towards possible state of emergency, but he's trying to, maintain calm and see how everything can run effectively. I'm so shocked, I would say, at the position of Supreme Court, especially in the area of barring the funds that they know that is not meant for Fubara. Neither is it meant for those lawmakers, but it's strictly meant for the people of Rivers State. As much as a lot of things have been said and they have taken their stand, but unfortunately, I would say that there are a lot of inconsistency, but I don't want to talk about that. But my focus right now, I would say, is what's the next step Fubara is about to take. If you check our feed, you're going to see a particular video that he has already outlined a lot of projects. He called this week, first week of March to 10, that is going to be a commissioning week. He's going to commission a lot of projects. While these guys will be out there battling, sending letters, sending a lot of write-up, giving timelines for certain things to be done, people to quit the office, Fubara, being a quiet guy, would remain quiet. But he will continue doing what he should do. He said, I'm so shocked. I would say that the security architecture has already disoriented. In other words, they are now tilting towards one side. That particular thing has not been served, as far as I'm concerned. The Supreme Court issue has not been served. I could still remember when this issue of this issue of local government autonomy came up. When it was decided by the Supreme Court, it was shocking that this guy said the number one legal man, Attorney General of the Federation, said that he cannot respond to it, neither can he do anything because that case has not come to him yet. But why is it that security architecture immediately issues come on like, they went and locked this thing? I don't know. Come on, have you received anything? Have you received anything? You've not received it. So what's all of this?
By voice?
Is it by voice? Is that how it is done? We need to, this issue of loyalty to one man as if that man is a god is one of the things that is quite troubling to a lot of people. We need to allow peace to reign in Rivers State. Little people who have been in Rivers State and has finished. Now imagine their so-called Wike local government boys. They are of the opinion that they are going to take over immediately. Come on, what are we saying? After you have finished your tenure, what are you still doing?
Illegality being enthroned.
And shockingly, the Supreme Court sees it as it's normal. I mean, even the courts are seeing it as if it's not. Let us be careful. No wonder some of the write-ups by this guy, Odin Kalu, and the other guys, this guy that was dragged to Ekiti State, when he wrote those things about Farantimi and all of that. Let us not make this a popular opinion among Nigerians, and we cannot trust these guys again. No matter what we do, let's try to show some level of respect. Now, the target now, everybody is waiting for the final conclusion on the issue of defection. That's where all Nigerians are watching to see what they will say about it.
But no, the fear now is, are you sure that they will not keep adjourning that case till Fubara is done? Because we're looking at ending of April here for it to be heard. And we are also looking at the fact that we don't even know what happens behind the scene. What is the fate of the judge that will be handling that case? Judging the fact that the persons he's trying to, remove, quote unquote, by virtue of defection, are now the ones holding power, holding reign in Rivers State as at now, technically speaking. Do you think they will allow him have a free way fairly without him getting worried at some point that if he does the wrong thing, now that they have some level of power and all that, don't you think at some point that they can even change him out of that case? A lot of things are actually
those are some of those things that we are leaving it to Judiciary. We are leaving it to
they can keep adjourning this case to 2027.
Do you understand? Do you understand?
2027.
Of
this
course,
is Nigeria.
Of course, and we are hopeful that no matter what, some persons will reflect back and say the right thing should be done. But the issue of impeachment, I know that it's going to be a little bit very difficult to impeach Fubara. Why? Because this is one thing that everybody's really looking at as of now.
All right, let's go wrap it up. Let's listen to our comment section. What's your take?